We've only got a couple updates this week, but one of them in particular is super powerful for loan officers that are trying to track referrals coming from real estate agents. Guys, you are not going to want to miss this week's weekly breakdown coming up right now. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Michael McAllister from Empower LO. I'm excited to go through this week's update. I kind of like, honestly, when the updates are shorter because it allows me to dive a little bit deeper into the features that maybe you haven't checked out before. An example of this would be trigger links, right? The new update here is pretty simple. It's just that we can now access this link key within trigger links, but I'm sure a lot of you don't know what trigger links are. So what are trigger links? Trigger links allow you to come in here, add a link URL, and then make that trackable so that if a contact clicks on it, if you send it to a contact specifically, you can track whether or not that specific contact clicks on your link. Why would you want to do this? Well, an example would be if you want to trigger a workflow, right? Trigger link, trigger workflow. If you wanted to trigger a workflow off of a link being clicked, then you would use a trigger link to do that. So why would you want to do that? Maybe an application, right? Like you're sending out a link to your application, you want to track whether or not somebody's actually clicked that, or if you're sending out marketing like a PDF to your real estate agents, you want to track whether or not they access that PDF. You would use a trigger link to do so. So again, all of these, if you go into workflow, there's a trigger called trigger link clicked, and you can use that workflow trigger as a means of tracking how people interact with your trigger link. So that's the benefit of using trigger links. And again, the benefit here, or the new feature here, is just that you have the ability to grab this key from within this interface, whereas before you would have to enter it as a custom field. For example, if I'm coming into here, I'll blur some stuff out really quick. Maybe, there we go. You'd have to come in here and you would actually have to pick a trigger link from here in order to even see what that key looks like. So that is no longer the case. You can go directly to trigger links, copy and paste that key for any trigger links you want to send out. All right, next up, we've got a pretty major update to the companies module. Now, this is going to allow you to track your real estate agents sending you business a lot better. However, we've got a lot of clients that are kind of waiting on the fence to see what HighLevel does with custom modules and how soon HighLevel is going to make custom modules easy to use and useful, essentially, right? So right now, they're not. Like a custom module, to be able to go in there, you can create a module for real estate agents, but you can't do a whole lot with that. So this company's module is a lot closer to being able to actually use. And we do have clients that use companies as a means of tracking referrals coming from real estate agents. So instead of a company being a company actually represents a real estate agent or a real estate team that is sending them business. So what does this look like? Well, first off, you need to make sure that you enable this feature in labs. So you have to have beta features enabled at the agency level. If you don't see labs in your sub-account settings, it means your agency does not have beta features enabled. So this is the last entry in labs. So you can come down here and turn that on in order to see what I'm going to show you. Once you have that, there's a couple things that you can do. Number one, and this is cool, this is a kind of a preview of what's to come, I feel like, with custom modules. If you want to create custom fields related to the company, you now can. So if you go over to folders, actually, can you do it here too? Yeah, it's better if you go to folders. So if you go to folders, you can hit this drop down in the upper right hand corner and you can group by either company, contact, or opportunity. A couple days ago, this was just contact or opportunity. You couldn't group fields by company. So what does this allow us to do now? Well, now we have the ability to create custom fields at the company level. For example, agent type or agent relationship or something like that. Like you can track information related to the real estate agent. Now, companies also does a really good job of tracking associations. This is why you would use it for what I'm talking about. If we go to company over here, we can open up a company. This is just an example, obviously. This is this associations tab. Again, this UI is all new. This association tab will tell you which contacts are associated. So you can see how this would be beneficial if you're using this to track your referral business coming from real estate agents. So definitely check it out. This is a huge improvement. Definitely something that can hold you over until custom modules do what we need it to do, which I imagine we're probably not anywhere close to that, honestly. We're probably still 6 months out from custom modules being able to do this kind of functionality with this ease of use. So check out that company, the company object, if you are itching to start tracking referrals from real estate agents and create those associations. All right, next up, a quick update to the ad manager. Now, as a reminder, you do have to activate this inside of your sub account. We do not have it activated inside of our marketing account. We have a couple clients that are using this now. So again, I'm just going to give a quick plug for a new update. You can now edit campaigns that are in the published status. So whereas before, the only thing you could edit was the budget once you had published an ad, and this is not the same as if you're using the Facebook ad manager. Now, when you use the ad manager inside of HighLevel, you have the ability to edit your campaigns even after you've published them. So I don't know exactly what this is going to look like, or like what the interface or what the responsiveness is going to look like to this. I know in Facebook ads, when you do this, it sends your ads back into review, and so most of the time people try and avoid editing the campaign while it's in progress. But at the same time, it would be frustrating if you wanted to be able to do that and you couldn't do it in Ad Manager. So now they're letting you do that. Check it out. Let us know what you think. If you're using Ad Manager, we want to hear your opinions on it. So definitely give us a shout. Let us know how that's working out for you. All right, last update. I'm not going to show on screen just because it's a little bit more nuanced. A couple updates to sub-account dashboard and reporting, which, by the way, if you don't use your sub-account dashboard, if you don't manage that at all to create custom reports, you're messing up, man. The dashboard and what you can do with the dashboard is one of the most powerful features inside of HighLevel for you to be able to log in and at a glance have exactly what you need and want to be able to see every day is irreplaceable. So definitely, if you're not using the custom dashboard functionality, I would recommend it. I've done a few different instances of coming on here in a weekly breakdown and showing what exactly you can do with this. I'm not going to go deep into that in this video. I promised you a short one. But you now have some additional fields and filtering capabilities specifically related to opportunities. You can grab opportunity primary contacts. You can grab opportunity tags and contact followers, contact address. So nothing that I saw that jumped out at me as far as like improving our clients' reporting functionality. But if I do see something, I'll let you guys know. Otherwise, here's kind of a list of what's new. Right? Phone number, primary contact name, followers. If any of that looks like it's going to improve your reporting, definitely jump in and check it out. Otherwise, let this just be a reminder to go in there, play with your dashboard, and get that dialed in exactly the way you want it. All right, guys, that is it for this week's weekly breakdown. Again, short and sweet, but we like those every once in a while. Guys, stay tuned for next week's weekly breakdown. But until then, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you at the top.